Hi guys, Melissa here, and today I'm going to show you how to cut your own bangs. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos. And if you're not, welcome back. So I have been in isolation now for 3 weeks, and I have mentioned to a couple people that I was going to cut quarantine bangs, like much to their horror. And you've seen the memes going around like, don't cut your bangs. But let me preface this by saying that I've been a hairstylist for over 20 years, so I think I'm okay to cut my bangs. So I thought I would just make a quick video to show you how to cut your bangs without having a major disaster. In most states, hair salons are shut down, as they should be. Like, that's just not safe for you or your stylist. But I've seen a lot of people having a cow about not being able to get their hair done. So not everyone should have bangs, but I think most people can pull off some sort of a bang. Especially like a longer side swept bang is pretty universally flattering. Bangs can also be good to help disguise outgrowth if you have a lot of gray, or, you know, if your color is dramatically different from your natural color. So never did I ever think that I would get on YouTube with my hair looking like this, but I just got out of the shower, pulled my hair out of the towel, and about, a half hour later, it's probably 80% dry. You do not want to cut your bangs when your hair is wet, because hair will shrink as it dries, and the longer the better on bangs. You can always cut more off. You can't glue it back on. So I'm going to start with a comb, and then I've got a couple of clips here. This is going to be interesting using the camera as a mirror here, but bear with me. I'm going to section, let me just part it down the middle just to give you, I have a terrible cowlick, so it doesn't really want to part down the middle, but just to give you an idea. I'm going to start from like this point here, and basically I'm going to end up making a triangle. And this is not very neat because I'm using my phone for a mirror, and we're going to clip those pieces of hair back. This is basically what is going to be my bangs. You can see these have been bangs before. I have, like I said, I have a terrible cowlick over here, and it's about right here. So this is how my bangs fall, whether I want them to or not. And I do have a widow's peak, which means the hair kind of grows in a V there. So just things to consider. You can, if you don't have a terrible cowlick, you can cut this all together. I would not go any shorter than when you pull down the tip of your nose. Like I said, you can always go shorter later, but that's going to spring up a lot. So, if you want them more straight across, start at the tip of your nose. You can kind of pull them together a little bit. This is really hard to see, but kind of, once you've got the hair grasped in your fingers, then you can just kind of go in and cut almost like points. You can see, I don't want a blunt straight line here. If you want really blunt bangs, either practice or just wait until you can get into your hairstylist. Which you can see, that's not too bad, but it's a little bit wonky here with a side part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this side and comb it and pull it over the opposite way of what it's going to go. And you can kind of see there that this little corner is what I'm going to want to cut off. And again, I'm just going in and point cutting it. Be careful that you don't, stab yourself or anything, but don't worry about it being super even, or, you don't want a huge variation there, but it can be pretty jagged. And so then you get the natural fall, and that kind of makes them want to push out of your face. Now, with this little piece over here, almost everyone's hair, like in the bangs or on their face, is going to be a lot finer. And I pull my hair back into a messy bun a lot, as I'm sure you've seen. So I have some like tinsel breakers around here, but with this piece, I want to trim it a little bit, but I definitely don't want this too short. So I'm just going to kind of do the same thing and bring it over, but I'm not going to worry about it being the exact same length as the other side. I'm just going to kind of cut until it looks right. Like I want a little piece of hair over here, but you can see my breakage is shorter than what I just cut, but there you have it. Now, if it seems like over here that this, because, you know, we cut it at an angle. If it seems like that's too much of a drop off, you can go ahead and kind of comb it straight and then just nip this little corner off over here. But let me go and actually finish styling up my hair and show you how it came out. Okay, as you can see, I just did a really quick style to kind of show you how they would look smoothed out. I do have naturally curly hair, but I kind of smoothed everything out just so you could see, and I like how they came out. Just enough to kind of soften without being a huge commitment. Now, just a few words of advice as I leave you here. Like I said, longer is better. If you cut too short, there's nothing, not even your hairstylist can do to fix that. So if you're gonna try this, I would suggest cut them long, live with it for a day or two and see what you think, because more often than not, even if they seem a little bit long at first, once you get used to them, it's like, okay, yeah, that's good enough. And also, I would really encourage you, once all of this is over with, make sure that you make an appointment with your stylist right away. I am not currently working in the salon, but like I said, I have for over 20 years. And so many of my friends are without any income right now. And since a lot of them are sole proprietors, there isn't any government aid out there available to them right now. So there's a lot of people, you know, many of whom are single moms, etc., who are really struggling. So give your hairstylist a call, maybe buy a gift card or see if they can get you some product or something just to give them a little cash inflow until this is all over with. Because believe me, they are as anxious to get back in the salon as you are to get in the salon and not be cutting your own bangs. So, and the final thing I would like to say is that this is no way is going to replace having a professional job done. It's just a few tips to kind of tide you over. I've had an award-winning career that spanned 2 decades, and even I can't do as good of a job on my own head as another stylist can do. So happy bang cutting, and I will see you next time.